It's time to wrap this broadcast up with the Aldersons Awards West postgame show. For trophies, awards, t-shirts, and so much more, go to aldersons.net for their full catalog. Welcome back to Sparks Stadium. I'm Tony Davila along with Paul Beatty. The final score, Issaquah 3, Puyallup 2. Issaquah wins 4-3 in the shootout, and they move on to play Wenatchee on Saturday. The 11 seed gets the win over the 6, and Issaquah on to the next round of the state tournament and one win away from the Final Four.
Issaquah will get to the quarterfinals, and Mitchell Wilson here with a couple of big saves, Tony. The first shot of the shootout he was able to smother, and the fifth shot he was able to smother, and they did not have to take their fifth shot. They had already been perfect throughout, and a very disappointing loss here for the Puyallup Vikings, no doubt, after leading 2-0 at halftime. Gave up the quick goal in the second half, but it was that second one, Tony, that's got to be more disturbing as to them, as they just got, their signals crossed up there. They kind of fell back into a defensive mode, and Issaquah continued to attack, and they finally put together the right combination and able to knock that thing in. A great header into the net to tie it and push it to overtime.
Yeah, the shot in that was made by Sharif Lacoste, set up by Rosenthal, gets the equalizer in the 74th. Nobody could answer, but as you said, it seemed like Puyallup, they came out 30 seconds into the second half, and it was Issaquah taking over the momentum that they had built at the end of the first, scored quickly into the second, and then it seemed to be Issaquah on the run constantly throughout that second half, making run after run after run. And finally it broke in the 74th where they got the equalizer, and they just held on to that momentum into the shootout.
Then if you remember into that one particular combination in one of the overtimes where Puyallup had a terrific chance to score, and they just simply couldn't knock it in and end it in one of the golden goal overtimes.
And that is kind of how it goes sometimes, is you get opportunities, you get those scrambles, and they just don't fall your way, and that can take the air out of your sails as well.
Why don't you get to the scoring summary?
All right, so in the first half, Puyallup scored both of their goals in the first half. It was Liam Stoner in the 16th. The goal was assisted by Dean Williams, making it 1-0 Puyallup. And then again in the 32nd, it was Stoner in the 32nd. This time, Chase McMillan finds him for the 2-0 lead at half. After the half, in 30 seconds in the 41st minute, it was Ryan Bent, the assist coming from Cody Stark for the 2-1 lead to cut into that. And then in the 71st, it was Eli Rosenthal with the high cross, finds the head of Sharif Lacoste to make it 2-2 to force overtime. 2 block shots in overtime by Mitchell Wilson, blocks the first and the last shots taken by Puyallup. Everybody for Issaquah that took a shot hit it and ends up with the win for the Eagles.
And that ended up being Andrew Meyerson, Eli Rosenthal, Sharif Lacoste, and Mason Jeske hit the fourth one. And again, they did not need to use their fifth shooter as they won it 4-3. All right, let's get to our MVPs. Let's start with the winning team, the Issaquah Eagles. For my standpoint, it is a pretty clear winner on this one.
Mitchell Wilson.
Yes.
I think lots of Dustin Rhodes played really well. Mason Jeske played great because he wasn't even one that I was given as a starter before the game. That was a last-minute institute to put him as a starter, so he comes in, plays really well. Kovats played well, but
Lacoste played well.
Stark played well, but if it wouldn't have been for that, I would have gone with Eli Rosenthal. I thought he played really well, but Mitchell Wilson in that second half and in the shootout made his mark, and he is the MVP for the Issaquah Eagles.
And for the home team, Puyallup Vikings, who do you have as your MVP?
I like Liam Stoner. You score both goals. You come in, you play strong. I thought he played really well. Nathan Vitzthum played well throughout the season. Roby Hooper played really well for the Puyallup Vikings as well, but I think Liam Stoner in those 2 goals was a big part of this team.
Yep, I think so. So Liam Stoner will get our MVP for the Vikings of this one as well. And that's going to do it for us. All right, not sure what we may have soccer-wise for the rest of the week, but we do know that we will have the Final Fours, all 4 state tournaments. And again, here at Carl Sparks Stadium, it's a 3A and a 4A next Friday, the 27th and 28th, the semifinals on Friday, the third place games and the championships on Saturday, and also the Unified Championship is also on Saturday. Here we will have Luke Kilgore and Sebastian Moraga to call all the action for those 2 days. Tony, you and Steve Ward will be down in Tumwater at Tumwater District Stadium for the 1A and 2A state tournaments on those same dates, May 27th and May 28th. You can check the brackets for the latest. And Tony, you got an update?
Camas gets the win over Lewis and Clark 1-0, so Camas will play Pasco. That is the other matchup, so it'll be the 2 we know, Issaquah playing Wenatchee, Camas playing Pasco.
In the quarterfinals. All right, that'll do it. We'll talk to you next time here on the Eli and the NFHS Sports Network.